won't get to see Elise's face tonight. Sorry, guys.
Oh, that's too bad.
So I hope we are. It's okay because no one.
Yep. Let us know if you can hear us. Fine. Yep. I can hear you just fine. Okay. I'll post the link to the little agenda we prepared, so you can click on the various links. I think it should be accessible to anyone. I made it a public link.
Oh, cool.
Yep, seems to work in private browsing for me. All right. So still no word from anyone. Okay, I asked in chat. Yes. Okay. Oh, Sax. Hi,
Hello,
Sax.
Sax.
Okay, great. All right. So, shall we get started? Um, maybe you can show the GIF, the first GIF. Yeah.
Yes.
So I did this a couple days ago, I think. Basically, we didn't have anything to show the connection status to a new server. We had this in the old application, but we didn't add it in the new one yet. So I redid this, and it was pretty interesting because it's much simpler now than it was before. I don't know if you remember, but we had to do some weird stuff with set timeout to work around some bugs in Electron.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, now it's simpler. So you can put up the commit maybe, so we can look at it a bit.
Yes.
What did I do with my own window? I don't know. Here it is.
Maybe I will show it on GitHub.
Yeah, the link is in the document if you want.
That's good.
Okay, Anata says the stream is dropping for him, but I think that's on his
Yeah,
end.
I don't have any drop frame.
It seems fine on my end too, so it sucks, but I don't think we can do anything about it. Okay, so the first three things are just stylus files and shit. The meat of it is in openserver.ts, I think. And maybe it's best to just look at the file after changes rather than the change. I don't know. Yeah. So what I did basically is I removed the iframes and replaced them with web views, which
Okay.
are a new type of tags, which I don't know if it's being standardized or not, but it's in Electron, and the idea is to create a completely independent rendering process for. It's basically like iframes, but with their own rendering process, and it's a bit more isolated and safe and stuff.
Okay.
And I had to do this because iframes don't provide an event when they fail to load. So there was no way to display a proper message. Or there was a way, but it was very hacky.
Yeah, because we did it last time in the
No,
previous.
we used independent Windows, standalone Windows. There was no tabs for.
Yeah, right, right.
So instead I had to use WebView. Basically, the only way to do it with iframes was to have some sort of manual timeout,
Yeah.
where you would check if the iframes document contains a particular tag or something. It would be really weird. So yeah, I went with a web view, and I think it's even better in terms of security and stuff like that. So.
That's good.
Okay, and what else? Yeah, so you can check out the so I added back the API version check and the superpowers.json check like we had.
Yeah.
Um, And I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, so the other thing is we don't use the Electron's IPC anymore to do to like open other windows and stuff like that. The web view is basically like a little browser that you can control from the parent frame, I guess. So if you go back to the agenda, you can see we now use just window.open to
That's
open.
where
Yeah,
right.
and yeah, so it's pretty simple. And what I had to do though is that by default in web views, window.open doesn't do anything. So it just is it's just an event, but the enclosing frame has to handle it and decide what to actually do with it. So what happens is we get the new window event, and then we send an IPC to the main thread, the main process, the Node.js process, basically.
So it's
Yeah,
quite similar actually.
yeah, but the like the Superpowers client doesn't know anything about the fact that it's talking to Electron. It just talks. It just window.open, and then it's the application itself that does the IPC stuff.
Yeah, okay.
So
Okay.
before there was, I think there was two layers of IPC because yeah, we were doing some post message and then we grabbed the
Yeah,
message and
this has nothing to do with IPC, so
oh yeah,
it's
you're
okay.
right. Yeah, yeah, it's just message passing. Yeah. Anyway, so
Yeah,
it's a
okay.
bit more straightforward. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so that's that, and I think it works fine. I did a lot of testing with changing the app API version, changing the server API version.
I'm sure you
Uh,
did.
yeah, and as you can imagine, there are no bugs left at all. Not one. Okay. So you will let me know when it breaks. We will fix it as always. Okay. So server management. Let's
Yep.
check that out. I haven't had a chance to really look at it in detail. I think I fixed a couple typos.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
Um, yes, so this is more of my work, I guess.
Yep.
Mm, So first, I did some refactor on the very big index file we had in the server folder
Yep.
because it basically handled every command.
Yep. I'll post the link to the new folder where you can see every command is now its own file. That is pretty nice.
So yeah, it's a lot easier to go through. So yeah, nothing more to say about that.
Yeah, okay. So the first commit was just really refactoring. You didn't make any change.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Then I improved a little bit the commands to display the version of the system, the plugin or the core we install update. So
Okay.
it's easier to get track of what we have and what we are going to.
So did you make changes to the registry or to the actual registry or just what is displayed?
Just what is displayed, but so let me see. Yeah, when we get the registry, I think I also get the latest version from the latest
From
endpoint on GitHub.
okay, so you go through everything in the registry.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yep.
But we
Uh,
already talked about that. Maybe we have to change the registry so it has more info in itself because we don't want to do what I did and
yep.
but we still need to get the version because we will have to
Check for updates, right?
yeah.
Yeah, okay. I guess it's all right to maybe to require people to send a pull request when they want to publish a new version. I don't know
Yeah, I don't know what's good.
because like in npm. you have to explicitly do an action to publish a new version.
Yeah.
You don't just commit it. You have to then npm publish.
Yeah.
The problem basically is that right now it would be a manual process
Yes.
because we would be the one managing the pull request. But I mean, maybe that's part of the reason why could make sense to have a separate repository, because then we could give more people some access rights to the repository to let them update the version. Like I mean, Florent Pujol would probably want to. It would make sense to give him access. I mean,
Yeah. Right.
for instance.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it should be something separate. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, for now, it displays the version.
So that's when you call which command list.
So yeah, I'm gonna demonstrate it to be better.
Yeah. Now you've got a very small font because of me.
Yes.
Maybe you can tweak it just the font size.
Yeah. Just going one by one makes. Oh no, it's okay. I thought it was big difference. But yeah,
Oh yeah, okay.
12 is very big. I don't know why.
Yeah, I guess it's because it's a very small font by default, and it doesn't do intermediate sizes or something. Yeah, but it's weird because it's even wider. It's not just bigger; it's also much wider.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So registry fetch the latest version of everything.
Okay.
And now so it says which version. I did the same with list command, which fetch what is currently installed.
Okay, yeah. So registry is it gets the registry from
GitHub.
and it lists everything.
Yeah.
And list only lists locally installed stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, I have everything to 1.0 because in our version it's already updated. But
yep.
so there is that, and I don't know if I try to install.
Yeah, I think I did it the other day. Yeah, and so,
yeah, so there is nice
progression.
Progression.
Yeah, that's very nice. Okay, so the progress displays the download and also the unzipping,
Yeah.
or is it?
Yeah, both at the same time.
Okay,
I
very cool.
used the same trick you did on the app when.
Oh, okay. So we are not writing to disk the zip file. We are decompressing it from memory.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Did you change? I remember we talked about this last time. The fact that we must not delete the files before we have successfully downloaded the new version.
Not yet, I think.
Okay. Yeah, we should probably uncompress it in like the temporary folder.
Yeah, definitely.
And then fs.rename or something. Yeah, move.
Yeah, I didn't did it yet.
Okay. So in terms of features on the command line, do we have like everything we need? Install, update, uninstall. I think we had a list.
Yeah. If you do that server, it will show you all the options you have.
Yep. Yeah. No, I meant. I think we have an issue on GitHub
Yeah, right.
that lists all the various things. I'm trying to find it, but I don't know what it was called. Server command line maybe. Oh yeah, okay. Issue 125. You can, yeah, okay. So basically, we have, maybe we should tick some things off. We've got a server update registry that works. It's weird that it didn't update for you. I just ticked the box, but Okay, try again.
This is real.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just clicked again when you reload it. So.
Okay. So yeah, we talked about having a fourth flag instead of the
Oh yeah, right. The version number. Yeah.
but
Yeah. Yeah.
actually, I don't know, because maybe having a way to install a specific version is also a nice thing to have. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't need to exclude one from the other.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, so basically, the idea with minus minus force was to because when uninstalling, you can't really specify a version number, so
yeah,
that doesn't work. Yeah. Um,
yeah. I guess we should have the first thing to override any
Dialogues, yeah.
information we
Or,
need on
yeah.
the command line,
Mm,
but we can still implement the version stuff so we can
yep.
install something specific.
Okay. Okay, so the registry command basically does what it should for this first version. I mean, we don't need to change anything.
Yeah, we just have to send it to the process so the app can also display stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think it does what
Yeah,
it
that's
should.
us. Mm. Okay. We don't have any facility to update the core yet. I think, like not server update core isn't implemented.
Uh, no, I think it should work.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Let me check. I think it should. Yeah, because yeah, I had to make a whitelist of a folder and a file to remove.
Okay. Oh yeah, right. Okay, I didn't see there was any code. Okay, yeah. So it still does. It removes file before
Yeah, yeah.
doing the update. Is there any check like maybe we are using the latest Git? Like, do you check if there's a Git folder and then refuse to update if we are using Git?
I don't do it, but we should. We talked about
Yeah.
having
Okay. Okay.
a
So
notification.
check if we're
Yeah, I
in.
had a time when I removed my pending changes.
Right. Okay.
I was
Yep.
sad
I can imagine. Okay. Check
because
if we are in the dev
it's
version.
remove, it's deleted forever, and I deleted the Git folder with it, so no way to
Ooh.
recover it.
That's bad.
So
Yeah.
it
Okay.
was small
So
changes, so it was okay, but
yep. It's not fun though.
yeah,
Okay. Check if we are in the dev version. Git.git exists. Okay. Yeah. I'll put that here. And I guess we should also do it when trying to update the various systems.
yeah, yeah, it should be the same.
Okay. Um,
Oh,
so yeah.
I was thinking the other day. I don't think I talked to you about that. What was it? Something about the app and the core pass option
Oh yeah.
command line. Mm, what was the stuff I thought? Yeah, maybe. So I hope it will be clear in English.
Yep.
Maybe the default behavior of the core should be to look one level above it for project, system and stuff inside of JavaScript. Oh,
So yeah.
I was thinking the other day. I don't think I talked to you about that. What was it? Something about the app and the core pass option
Oh yeah.
command line. Mm, what was the stuff I thought? Yeah, maybe. So I hope it will be clear in English.
Yep.
Maybe the default behavior of the core should be to look one level above it for project, system and stuff inside of JavaScript inside it like we currently do.
Okay.
So it would work both in dev mode. We can move our city out, no problem. It will work when we have the core and the important stuff in the app data folder.
Yep.
And it will also work on the, let's say, the USB version when we have the core and the themes right above. So in every case, it will work without having to have the data pass like we currently have.
Uh-huh.
And the only thing we will need is a way to tell the app where the core is. It's the
Yep.
core path like we already have. That's good.
Yeah.
But maybe the data pass isn't really needed.
Oh, you mean like we could completely remove it?
Yeah, I don't know.
What does it do besides management? Does it matter for anything else? I'll take a look. So data pass, it's right here, and then
Because if we keep like we wanted to do it, if when we dev the stuff we do I don't know, Electron app core pass to the dev server,
yep.
then we still have the data pass even from the app because it automatically sends it to the app data folder because it's how the app is designed to work. But
Oh,
in our dev version, it's not the case, so it still won't work. I think.
um, I mean, I've been using it and it works. So
Really?
I think the app when you specify a core pass, it automatically adapts the data pass.
Oh, okay.
Let me check, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah. If there's a core pass, then the data pass is set to the same pass as the core pass.
Okay. Well,
So that works. All right. Okay. So basically, the idea would be to put projects outside of Superpowers core.
yeah,
Um,
because
hmm.
it's weird because it's a thing we only do in the dev version, but we don't have to do it. It just
Okay, yeah, but there's one issue with that, and I think that's already what we hit. The issue we hit last time is that if we move the data pass outside of Superpower Score, then the systems should be outside too,
yeah.
and then we have all sorts of pass issues because when developing. Because we need the systems folder to be inside Superpower Scores for not module stuff. Yeah, relative paths of all sorts. I think it really can't be done outside, and I think that's why we ended up doing it
Yeah,
this
maybe.
way. Yeah.
But
Yeah, maybe there's a way we can for development and um, portable mode. Maybe there's something we can do to detect that core is next to the application. I'm not sure what, but maybe there's a way.
yeah,
I mean, maybe the thing that would make the most sense is to store the core inside the application in development, just like we do for the systems. Like we would have a Superpose app, and inside of it we would have a core folder, and the application would check for that. And if it finds a core folder inside its directory, then it automatically tries to load that, and otherwise it doesn't.
yeah. But so when you want to update the app, you will lose the core. But maybe it's not so bad.
No, but I meant only for development.
Oh,
Like,
Okay.
It would check for a core folder inside the app, and if it doesn't exist, then it does the regular stuff inside app data. I mean, right now, I don't think it's too much of a pain to do Electron app and then
Yeah, I think
dash dash.
maybe it didn't work properly, but if it's okay, maybe
Yep.
we can leave it.
Okay, so let's keep it that way
Yeah, yeah.
for now, and we can always look at it again. Okay, so I think I wanted to get started fairly soon on the integration inside the app for that stuff. So I think I will start with the registry listing simply because this part is done and it won't change anymore mostly.
Yeah.
So I can start by having it. Yeah, the list command, right? That's not the registry command we want. Or do we want? Does the registry command like let you know which version you have installed of each thing?
No, it's the
Okay.
list command which does.
Yeah, but list doesn't care about other stuff. So, like maybe um, the registry command should also check if you have any of those things installed and let you know which version number you have.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but I can add that as I work on it. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I think I'll try to get started on that this weekend, and then I guess we can do one command at a time. You can work on another command
Yeah.
once the basic system is set up.
Okay.
All right. So let's go with minus minus. I don't know if you say minus or dash. I think it's dash dash force in English for disabling prompts. I
Yep.
think that's good. And maybe we don't need to add the version stuff right away for and we can always add it a bit later if needed. Um, Okay, yeah, I think there's nothing really problematic here anymore. We have most things figured out.
Yeah.
Okay, so you did the change to use yet another unzip library instead of unzip, and
Yes.
that fixed the various issues we had.
Yeah. Yep. Seems to work pretty good now.
Mhm.
And yes, also the percentage, which is
Yep. So what library are you using for that?
known. Just standard node stuff.
Oh, okay, I didn't know the fact of rewriting.
Yeah, there is a read line.
Okay, so
Function.
that's just a standard module.
Yeah,
Okay, didn't know.
yeah, yeah. I
Ah,
think it's
that's
pretty
nice.
basic, but for what I need to do, it was good.
Yep, definitely. I don't think we need a full-blown progress bar on anything. Okay, okay, that's cool. So next up, we have some community chat work. Basically I finished chat room handling. So if you wanna pull up the application, I'm having some drops in the stream myself. I don't know if it's. I
Still
hope
very
people can.
slow drop, but
Okay. Um, did you reduce the resolution? I think we need to maybe or just reduce the bitrate one of those days because like Methylene is saying he can't load it.
yeah,
Anata has drops and even Luke had some problem keeping up. So I think we really should lower the bitrate for next
yeah,
time.
it's quality to 700, but maybe it's too much.
Oh, okay. So that's
Oh,
weird. Twitch. All right. Anyway,
maybe just my which is too big. I don't know. I am on 1680 by
yeah,
50.
but shouldn't be a problem, I think. But yeah. Okay. Let me join you in the chat. I'm starting up the app and going online. So Yeah, what I did is I did a new key in the settings to store the list of chat room you have open. And so basically, the tabs you open always stay open. If you close the application and you reopen it, it will reopen the various chat tabs you have. So that's pretty nice. And you can switch from online to offline or away, and this will be persisted too. So if you check offline, then next time you open the app, it won't open anything.
It's weird. I closed one of the tab,
Yeah,
and when I reopened, it was
it was open again.
yeah.
Hmm. Did you close the app? Yeah, no, regularly. Okay, let me check.
I
It
kept
worked.
the process, so maybe it was not.
Yeah, maybe you should kill the app nicely.
I tried this time. No, still both.
Oh, it's possible you need to delete your settings files.
Oh,
Your settings file. I'm not sure. I seem to remember I did something that required clearing the settings.
yeah,
Uh,
it's ringing some kind of bell, so maybe not sure. So
yeah, yeah. There's the settings. There's something with the list of saved or channels or chat rooms. I think basically you're having an undefined list, and so you get some errors.
I deleted. Let's try
Uh,
again.
did you delete settings.json?
Yes.
Because you still had your username, and it's not
No,
asking.
it asked me and I entered
Okay,
it.
okay,
So still the same.
okay, that's weird. Can you open the DevTools? Maybe you have some sort of error when you close the tab. Nope. Okay, close the app and go check out settings.json. You should have like
Oh, this is weird.
okay, yeah. So definitely a bug.
So
Okay, so I'll I'll write that down, and unless you want to look into it right now, but I think we can do this later.
yeah, just first time it's yeah the first time it's written on disk, it's already like this. So
Okay.
yep.
Oh, I think I might know what's going on. I have my computer, my Windows is in English, so nothing happens for me. But since you are in a different language, it might be appending everything twice. Because it checks if you are in another language, and then it adds Superpowers HTML5 FR, and for me it doesn't. So I think that's why I didn't
Ah, okay.
have the issue. Okay, well that's should be easy to fix. But anyway, so it stores your presence, it stores channels, and it reopens them. And if you go offline and then you go online again, it will reconnect you to the open channels automatically. Um, so I think everything works pretty well, and you can show the IRC status window by if yeah you've got the show IRC status. Yep. The only thing that I think is still a bit lacking is that when you open the application, the tabs open, but there's no feedback on the fact that you are in the process of installing, in the process of joining.
Yeah.
So the tabs are just empty, and that's a bit weird. Okay. But I mean, for the most part, it works pretty well. And the one thing I still want to do is finish the private message thing. Like, did you get a notification right now?
Yep, I did.
Yep. Okay. And so if you, it will open up in irc.freenode.net, I think.
Yes.
Yep. So we need dedicated tabs for this.
Right.
But it's mostly ready on that end. Delete and not delete. Okay, delete. You know what? Let me ask Google to pronounce delete. Delete. Delete seems to make sense.
Delete.
Delete. Okay, okay. Let's go with delete.
Delete.
Delete with lead speak. All right. So what's next on our little list? Oh yeah, we got a pull request from Studi.
Yes, right.
That was nice. He implemented a nickname autocomplete, but it was very buggy. But it was still very nice to get a pull request on the application. So yeah, the issue is that he was replacing the first occurrence of the stub of the nickname. So like if you wrote Bill and then Bill another time and then hit tab, it would autocomplete the first Bill into Bilou instead of the second. And there was a few other issues. So basically I merged the pull request and then I fixed the various issues. But now it works very nicely. So I can mention our friends here. Woo! Okay.
Nice.
And I keep accidentally closing the Slack file. Where is the link? Okay. Yep. So I guess that's it for the chat. I'll finish that too. Like next time I have some time to work on all that stuff. I'll try to get started on the registry and do the private chat windows, chat tabs.
Yep.
Okay. In Superpowers game, we had various translation update pull requests. So I merged them and I used GitHub's new squash and merge button.
Yeah.
So that was very nice. Like I think his name is Pazahir, the one who's doing Russian translation. Yeah. Like he does all his commits from within, I think, the GitHub UI. So he does many commits for each file he edits, and that's all right. And now I don't have to do complicated stuff to squash them from Git extension. I can just do it from the app. And I thought about there are many pull requests that we don't merge right away because like it's cumbersome to test them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I think for localization and stuff like that, we just shouldn't bother too much. Like we should just check out the commits on GitHub, and if they look good, then we just merge them. And if there's any issues, people will notice very quickly, and they will send another pull request. And basically, if we just merge stuff, I mean, as long as it's not something that could break Superpowers in very big ways, we should merge pretty quickly, and so people will be able to send follow-ups and will avoid slowing everything down. Yeah. Okay, so we had focus actor on double click by W84 Miracle.
84. best number in
Yep.
the world.
He's probably a fan of yours. So yeah, I posted some feedback. You posted some more. And what's the status? Okay, he didn't reply yet. Okay. Yeah, we waited like two weeks before answering, so that's a bit sad. Um,
Yes.
but otherwise, the pull request was pretty clean. That should be in fairly quick. So basically, the idea is you'll be able to double click on an actor from inside the viewport, and it will focus on it.
Yep.
And you can also double click on actors in the tree view, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Like
Oh
also
yeah.
we just are able to use the F key, right? I see.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So next up, we have some very weird build failures right now. And like it works when I build locally. It works when Superpowers core builds properly, and when Superpowers game builds, it checks out Superpowers core, and I don't know why, but where is it? I can't find the issue now.
I failed to find an index file.
Login. Yeah.
.js file.
And yeah, that's just very weird.
Yeah. I don't know, does it mean the TypeScript compilation doesn't work properly from some reason?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, considering it worked before, and it works when Travis builds superpower scores on its own, it's really really weird. I'm not sure. I would tend to think they changed something that broke stuff, but I'm not sure. I'll just check if there's any file history changes inside the client folder recently. The one thing that changed is I removed setup hotkeys, but that's not a big change. Like that's just a one-line change, and it's not even in login. So I really don't know what's supposed to have changed in the login file. There was no changes recently. This is very weird.
Yep, it is.
Okay, well, I'll probably take a closer look later. Just wanted to look at it with you, but oh no, I thought there was a typo, but no. Okay, well, no big deal. Okay, so maybe we can just review what's going on, how far away we are from version 1.0.
Yep.
So chat support should be done this weekend. Like just the last thing I have to do. I expect to have the registry listing pretty soon too. So there's the notification issue with Windows 7. I don't know if we should care about that or not. Like right now, you don't get notifications in the application if you are running Windows 7 or even older like Windows Vista, because Electron doesn't implement them natively. But I mean, so there's the workaround of using display balloon, but it's not really the perfect API for that. And I mean, maybe it's not that big of a deal. Like maybe people can always. So someone can come up with a pull request if they care, and it's not a deal breaker for the milestone, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I remove it from the milestone. So we just have to finish chat and server management. and then we are good. Yep.
There is the same link. It's weird, okay.
Oh yeah, it's because it's supposed to be some previews, but like it doesn't work when you have a public link in the browser. So yeah, the links are there twice. In Superpowers Core, do we have any other tasks? Launcher, make it clear that only trusted servers should be connected to. Okay, so this has nothing to do with Superpowers Core. We should move that to Superpowers app.
Oh, yep.
So make it clear. So what's the deal with that? The idea is people shouldn't connect to a server unless they trust it, because servers can do crazy stuff like write on your disk and stuff like that. That's the issue, right?
Yes.
But now that we are working with web views, I think maybe it's not an issue anymore. Because
with WebView, you can access Electron, right? You just can send message.
I'm not sure that you can access it because
Yeah, you can't. It's yeah.
you can't, yeah, because I think there's a node integration boolean that you have to set to true if you want to enable it,
Yeah.
and I don't think it's enabled. So what I'll do is I'll create an issue to check if the web views are secure enough. And if they are, then we don't need to add a warning. Otherwise, we still might need to. Because, I mean, if you open the web view and you notice it's a Superpowers server, like it looks like the one you expect, then you can decide to trust it and open a project in another window. So I don't think we need to have a warning where when you open a project or anything, it would be
when you
because
export a game, just a command sent by the server, so it could be sent right away and make you write stuff you don't want. Maybe no, I don't know.
yeah. Right now it could be. So I mean, ideally, what we should do is completely sandbox the various project windows. Like we should open them with. I think you have to explicitly disable node integration in those windows.
Maybe.
And then we could just have like message passing. So we would not allow writing anywhere on the disk and accessing the FS API and stuff like that. Okay, let's see. So make it clear that only trusted servers should be connected to, or check if web views are properly sandboxed. Okay. Yeah.
We should try to create a fake server that's trying to write stuff on your disk.
Yep.
Work
Yep.
around the protection to see
Yeah.
how easy it is.
Okay, closed it. It's weird how nothing updates on your screen whenever. It should be automated.
Closed is closed.
Okay.
And I didn't
Oh,
read
right.
anything.
Okay. Make it clear that only. So we need to check the web views, and we need see if we can sandbox the various the various project windows too. If so, we don't need a warning. I think it would be much better to do that right away, so that we don't have any security risk left.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So 3 tasks basically: finish chat support, server management, and that security stuff. And once we have that, we can release Superpowers app version 1.0, Superpowers game version 1.0 and Superpowers Core version 1.0. And then we can get started on looking into the 3GS system, which would be very nice because the more time goes on, the less I feel like working on Superpowers game itself because like I see how now it's way too our own thing that people can't really improve
Yeah.
easily, and yeah, it will be much better once we have switches directly. Hopefully, assuming it works. The thing I'm wondering is, like, we want to make superpowers, like we want to make SwiftGS part of the system because it will be used directly to load the various scenes and stuff like that, I think, or the various assets. But for other modules, we probably like do we want to do the npm install stuff like Apox did?
Yeah.
Like,
Probably.
but the thing is, we can do it for many things, but we can't really do it for things we want to integrate a lot because when we want to have an editor and stuff like that, we need to make sure that there's one specific version of the package that is being used. Like if we have a integration of P2 JS inside the scene editor and stuff like that,
Yeah.
then we need to do the do it the way we do it currently.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think
Okay.
the npm plugin could be useful to just install some libraries like pathfinding stuff or.
Yep. Hi Slovakia. Do you plan on supporting a different export other than HTML5? Yes and no. The idea is we want to add when you click export, basically, you should get a dialog with various options, and you can just export the HTML5 game, or you can export it as a native app, and behind the scenes, it would be an Electron app with HTML5 inside, but it would work as a standalone executable. And so you would be able to choose if you want to export for Windows, Linux, OS X. And I think we could maybe someday have mobile export too. But for that, we need to find a way to automate it.
Yeah.
And right now, it's very, very complicated. If you look at like in Unity, I think they ship several gigabytes of data to ship the SDKs for Android and iOS and stuff like that. So that's not going to happen very soon, but we could at least like have instructions directly within the application or something, or improve our instructions with Intel XDK.
Yeah.
So yeah. And another thing we would very much like to do is to allow you to publish directly to various services. So like when you export, you would have itch.io as an publish option. And
That would be
basically,
so cool.
yep, and basically you'd be able to directly upload a new version of your game in one click. That would be pretty nice. Yep. Oh, so I haven't done this week in Superpowers. I think it's been 2 weeks or something like that. I will try to do one as soon as possible. But in the meantime, if you didn't see it, Not Explosive has released new Superpowers videos, tutorials. So that's pretty nice. I'm trying to find the link. Here it is. Yep. So you can check that out. There's already 2 parts. And Michael Sin is working on a new Pac-Man tutorial based on the Pac-Man demo we did. So that's pretty cool. Like he's been doing tutorials from our demos.
Yeah.
He did one for the Asteroid and Space War thing. I'll link to it here. and now he's working on Pac-Man. What was the inspiration behind the collaboration feature inside Superpowers? So that's a kind of a long story, but I'll try to keep it short. Basically, we back in 2011, I started working on something called Craft Studio, which you may or may not have heard of. And that was inspired by Minecraft, but the idea was to let people make blocky games in real-time collaboration. So instead of joining a Minecraft server, you would join a Craft Studio server and you would build a game out of blocks. And you could like do your own logic and stuff like that. And over time, it morphed a bit into a full-blown game creator kind of thing, but it was still very blocky. You had a blocky model editor and stuff like that. And so Superpowers was basically a new iteration of this idea, but transformed so that it's not really limited to blocky stuff. So yeah, and it's all HTML5 and it's extensible and stuff like that. But I think the inspiration comes very much from the fact that it's a lot of fun to do game jams with that kind of tool. So
yeah, there's another one soon.
Yep. Oh right. We need to talk about it a bit. So Ludum Dare or Ludum Dare, depending on how you like to pronounce it, is happening in just over a week. So ABC Live basically ditched us.
Yeah.
I saw that just earlier.
Yeah.
So it's just the three of us. I don't know. Maybe we should ask if Thomas Frick wants to join.
I think he was going on vacation, but
okay.
we should ask him.
Yep.
But yeah,
so
I guess I'm going to go to Strasbourg.
yeah, I was thinking about that. Like, maybe we can do something to. I don't know if it can be like covered by our. Like if the company could pay for it and then we deduce it from our income for the collaboration. This way, like the cost would be split over the three of us rather than just you paying for it.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, if I have to pay the train, I can do it. It's not.
Okay, yeah, but I mean, it would make sense because the idea is to be together. Like it's not you that's moving; it's the three of us that are getting together.
Yeah, I mean,
so okay,
makes sense.
I'll ask if we can do that because I'm not sure if it's like legally and stuff, but it should be okay. So I'll look into it. Okay, so yep, that will be fun, and hopefully we can have version 1.0 released. No, probably not. I mean, there's still too much work.
Think so.
This is taking so long.
Since I live in Paris, I have a lot less time to work.
You've been going out a lot more, right?
Yeah.
But
this weekend is the same. Tomorrow night I won't be there. Saturday night either. Sunday night. Well.
Yeah, but I mean, you were in Strasbourg with basically no friends for a long time, like no real life friends, like I said the other day. I mean, it makes sense that you want to do something else for a while. Maybe it will calm down a bit in a while. I don't know. We've done a lot of work over the last year and a half, and if things go a little slower for a few months, it's not a big deal, I think. All right, I think that was all we had. If you have other questions, feel free to ask them. I'll just look at the Twitter feed if we have anything important to show. Nope. Oh yeah, one thing I wanted to mention, which is interesting. It's not directly Superpowers related, but it's still interesting. Rauch G, which is the main developer of Socket.io, has created a new startup which is called Site. and they released a project that's named Now, just Now, which is a bit weird, but. And the idea, I think, did you read my messages on Slack about it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. So for everyone else, the idea you can maybe I posted the link if you want to show it in the on the stream.
Yes.
Yep. So the idea is to let you deploy your Node.js projects very, very quickly. And by very, very quickly, like you type 3 letters, you type now, and you press enter, and it will automatically deploy your Node.js project. And it will put the URL in your clipboard, and so you can share it with anyone. So it's basically like Surge, which is another service. But Surge was only for static websites, so you could deploy like HTML and stuff like that, but you couldn't have any logic. And now lets you really do complex web apps and deploy them. And it's free for, like, I think you're limited to 20 deploys per month. And there's some bandwidth and stuff like that limits, obviously. But for making small games and stuff, it's very nice. So I tried to deploy my basketball game, and it failed with various errors, sadly. But I don't think it's anything like fundamentally problematic in my games. It's just that it's very new, so it's a bit broken. So I sent him a few tweets to explain the issue and stuff.
Okay.
But it should be fixed. And like, I mean, with that kind of stuff, you don't really need a server anymore at all, and that's very, very nice. And the pricing is not even very high. Like it's $15 a month for 1,000 deploys per month and very high bandwidth and stuff like that. So that looks very, very cool. The only thing I'm not very clear about is databases.
Yeah.
Like if you need to store, if you want to scale like multiple processes and stuff, but I don't know. I really like the idea of having deploys being like just a command you type and nothing else.
But I feel it's more like, yeah, for prototyping, testing stuff. Once you want to do a product, it will be harder. I don't know.
Uh, the idea, at least for them, is to let you do really production stuff with it, but you have to pay basically. Because by default the URLs are public, and if you want to do like commercial stuff and I don't know, yeah, private projects and stuff like that, then you have to pay. But like, I mean, right now, in its current state, it's probably not very viable to do big stuff. But in the long run, I think it's the plan, and maybe it will be simpler than having to manage your own Linux server and stuff like that. So we will see.
Yeah.
Could be interesting. Okay, so Haraps is mentioning his pull request about the Canon body component editor. What was the last thing? That's a very good question. I'm not sure why it wasn't merged, actually. I was pretty sure the last time I checked, you had some changes left to do, but actually no, you did it. So there are some conflicts, but it should be fairly easy to rebase it. I will pin it to my tabs list, and I will try to merge it next time I work on Superpowers, so probably this weekend. And if I don't, please let me know. Like, send me a tweet if next week I still haven't done it. But I'll try to do it this weekend. Shouldn't be too much work. Sorry for having you wait so long. We have lots of stuff to review, and basically, like, the big pull request, like the the composer stuff, I think. The director stuff, conductor for sound and multiple animation support and stuff like that. I'm not sure we want to merge them because they go in a slightly different direction. That's what we wanted, but your canon bodywork seems to be consistent with what we want to do, so it should be merged pretty soon. Okay. It says something about user rights, but I added both you and Bilou to my project. Let me check. I think it's more like a conflict because there were changes. Yep. So ideally, you could rebase the pull request yourself, Haraps. Like you would pull the latest changes and then you take your own branch. But you're using the master branch. Okay. So you need to like rebase your changes on the latest Superpowers game because there have been like 60 commits since the last time. But if you don't know how to do it, I can do it for you. It won't be a big deal. All right. Anything else we should mention, Bilou?
I don't think so.
All right. So let's call it a day then. Yep. So next week we will be streaming over the weekend for the Ludum Dare, I guess.
Yep.
So expect a lot of that. Rebase means recovering the commits from the master. Yeah. So rebasing is a process of you can fetch you fetch the commits and then you take your own commits and you reattach them at the top of the tree, basically. But there might be conflicts, and if there are conflicts, you need to resolve them, obviously. And then what you need to do is to force push your branch because when you rebase your commits on top of the latest commits, you are rewriting the history, you are changing what happened. And so when you push, you need to force push to tell, yes, erase my old commits and replace them with new commits instead. If you manage to do that, that would be awesome. And then I can just merge it very quickly. So if you try doing that before the weekend, if you can. If you can't, if it doesn't work, I will do it myself. Okay. All right. So see you next Friday, I think, or Saturday, depending on when we start.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Good night, everyone. Bye.
Bye.